That's so big. French breakfast radish. Hi guys, welcome to Amethyst Food Forest. Today we're going to talk about compost. I got here my kitchen composter. I just keep it on our countertop, and in here we just throw all of our food scraps. Now you don't need anything fancy like this. This was a wedding gift from us. Thank you, Joe. You know who you are. But you can use a simple bucket with a lid underneath your kitchen sink, or it could be like a fancy little cookie jar. Just something so you can throw in your scraps when you're cooking, or you have like a apple that you ate, just throw the core in there. There's a lot that you can compost, not just like veggie scraps, but you can compost banana peels. We have here napkins, apple cores, well, a little nut from a peach, eggshells, little paper pieces that this held stevia in it, and you can see coffee grounds as well in here. So you can compost a lot more than just kitchen scraps. You can compost grass and leaf clippings. You can also compost things that you have pruned off your vegetable plants. You can compost weeds that you pluck out of your garden too. It's really easy to compost. You don't need to do anything fancy, and I recommend if you're just starting a garden, start your compost bin or compost area immediately, because you won't see the compost results until maybe a year or two in. So start really early so you can reap the benefits early on in your gardening. You can see our temporary setup here. I just took some chicken wire and then I made it into basically a circle bin. We are going to be putting a real beautiful compost bin here that's going to span a couple dozen feet, but we're not at that point yet on our homestead. Our compost has a lot of layers. The way how we compost is kind of a lazy method, but what you need is 1 part fresh kitchen scraps and then 2 parts brown material. Let me explain what brown material is. Brown material is going to be like dead leaves like this, grass clippings, things that you pull out of your garden, weeds, prune clippings, it could be paper bags, it could be cardboard. There's a huge list of what you can compost. You basically take whatever container you're going to use and you just dump your scraps in, just like I did. You're going to do 1 part fresh kitchen scraps, and then you're going to do 2 parts brown material, which right now I have leaves. The reason why we do 2 parts brown material is that it's going to keep the smell down, and it's going to cover it and keep predators away. I am not noticing barely any smell here. Maybe I smell a little bit of the stale coffee, but that is about it. You just keep piling it up. 1 part fresh kitchen scraps, which is also known as green material, and then 2 parts brown material. You can see how I have it layered here, and as you go further and further, it just keeps on shrinking down and forming into a more concentrated biomass. We like to compost because It's a nice way to recycle what you have in your home and what you have in the garden. This is especially useful in the fall time when you're plucking out all of the spent plants. You just throw it in the compost bin and it's going to create nice mass to your compost. Now, you don't have to compost like how we do it. You can literally just throw everything into a pile and have a nice mound. Doesn't matter, you don't have to follow any formula, and that will also turn into compost. Only thing is, it's going to take longer and you may attract predators. So this is just how we do it. If you go online, you're gonna find lots of other really cool methods, like how to do a hot compost. Yeah, so I hope you guys learned something from this video today. I'll see you next time. What do you think about a greenhouse right there in the middle? Wouldn't that be wild?